This is my Eyes on South Asia Instagram project by Hopkins. First of the three categories we'll cover is globalization. South Asia is in many ways globalized in the world. One example, as seen in the picture on the right, Delhi is a large part of South Asia, particularly India's technology business. India is well known for its tech. In fact, if you call for technology help, your call may be answered in India. South Asia also sells various products like rice, spices, and some snacks that we eat every day. South Asia is well known for their farming business. Environment, human interaction. How do humans affect geography? As there's a vast amount of people in the region, they need more land to develop and to live in, which can cause deforestation or the destruction of habitats for animals, which is not good for the region's ecosystem and environment. Shown in the top picture, former trees are running down a river at a destroyed forest. This causes devastating losses of animals, some already endangered. Not only that, but tips the ecosystem far out of equilibrium. Organizational movement. How does society change over time? Bangladesh's prisons are significantly overcrowded. Encyclopedia Britannica says 72% of the inmates are people who are awaiting trial and have yet to be convicted. They also rarely ever have legal help. Be it lawyers, agents like that. And they spend months, even years sitting in prison waiting for a court date. Furthermore, they often will stay for much longer than their sentence time. All this, and considering that the prisons were built in the 1880s, can lead to deadly diseases which spread easily and cause rapid death throughout the prisons. Geospatial technology. India has a very large road network, particularly highways, which span a total of 7,458 kilometers, which is 48,836 miles. That's a lot of miles. The highways cover 2% of the road network and carry 40% of the traffic. All managed by the National Highway Authority of India, who maintain the roads and take charge of future development. Say, lots of growth, which is very common in this region. The longest highway is the NH7, which spans from Varanasi to Uttar Pradesh. Big highway. Region and location. South Asia is land by the Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean, and Bay of Bengal. The coordinates for one of the major cities in the middle of the region is New Delhi, as pointed out by this arrow. The coordinates for New Delhi is 28.6139 degrees north by 77.2090 degrees east. New Delhi is important because it is the capital city of India and it is also heavily populated. New Delhi is a massive metropolitan area filled with food carts, large buildings, and of course, lots of people. Lots and lots of people. Agreement versus conflict. How do humans solve problems? As stated in an earlier slide, deforestation has become a problem, so people are trying to fix it. One way how they solve this problem is that they plant trees and grow the forest back and make sure they set standards for keeping the forest alive. For instance, they could set rules to stop fires, cutting down trees, by recycle wood instead of by cutting down trees for instances like building log cabins or firewood. Though most houses in the region are made by brick and mortar, which we'll cover in a later slide. And create carbon offset programs, which means reducing fumes and pollution in the region, which is also a problem, unfortunately. People and places. In India, there are generally two types of cities, slum and the wealthy, and we will be comparing them. Now, it is very simple to tell which is which, so let's begin. The example we will use is Mumbai, and we will start with slum. Slums do not have government support, nor do they have plumbing, so they have to walk for miles to get water for cooking and cleaning. Also, as you can see, the living conditions are terrible. In fact, some don't even have these makeshift shacks. As Mumbai's population is growing rapidly, the poverty and slum rate will only keep going up. People in places continued. Now let's start focusing on the wealthier parts of the city, which is Mumbai still. They have the nicer houses, some complete with pools and air conditioning. The wealthy also live in deluxe high-rise apartments. The rich sections of Mumbai, particularly South Mumbai, are the head banking and financial center of India. The area is filled with massive skyscrapers, as you can see on the picture on the bottom right. Human interaction. How do humans interact with society? The people of South Asia are often ranked and interpreted by the outlawed caste system. For instance, if your family is a farmer, then you will always be a farmer. However, if you are in a higher class, this rule may not be as bad. But most of the population is middle to lower class, as is everywhere else. The lowest being the untouchables, who do the most unwanted and often the most disgusting jobs. One example would be sewer cleaning. Next is a Sudra, who are the servants and commoners. Then the Vaishya, who are the merchants and landowners. Furthermore, the Kashitra, who are the warriors and the kings. And then the highest being the Brahmin, who are the priests and the academics. Infrastructure. The average citizen would live in the rural suburban areas, as shown in these pictures. As there's warm weather, people bathe in rivers and ponds. Most spend their day working outside, generally farming or working. Others work inside the house, cooking, house cleaning, stuff like that. And the people on the poorer end of the spectrum make their houses out of anything that is watertight and reasonably durable.
Makes sense.
Most everybody else's home is made of brick and mortar, and varying on income, a lime or mud coat. As shown on the bottom right, roofs would be made of straw or a large strip of sheet metal shown up here. Cultural change over time. South Asia's values may have been similar over time. However, younger generations have been expressing themselves more. One apparent way of expressing themselves in India is their films. Mainly filmed in Bollywood, these newer films making Mumbai look like one of our well-known cities like New York or Los Angeles. These films feature expression of Indian art, culture, and celebrities, which is everywhere else as well. Another change is the influence from culture from the West. Many people went to the United States either to study or for greater opportunity. While they are away, they experience new ideas of culture and independence, and they bring them back to India with them. Here's my bibliography of all my sources.
Very nice.
I include that for record.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed and learned a few things from this presentation.
Very good.
Thank you very much. Any questions?